All right, everyone. Welcome back, or if you're the first time listening to us, welcome to our podcast. This is Good Games and Drinks. I'm your host this week. Yeah, Good Games and Good Drinks, man.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, yeah.
I'm your host, Lawrence, aka Your Shyness. We also have with me Bryce, as well as Marcus.
Yeah.
If you're listening to us on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. If you're on Spotify, follow, listen, interact. Let us know. We'll reach out.
Give a share out to the interwebs.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So Marcus, we'll start with you this evening. What are you drinking?
So I am drinking. Hold up a second. All right. So Kool-Aid. More specifically, red Kool-Aid.
Yes. The best Kool-Aid.
The best flavor is red Kool-Aid with the packet of lemonade in it too. You know what I'm saying? So the mixture, fancy smancy.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm rocking today. I drank a whole bottle of wine last week, so I'm chilling today. Kool-Aid. Yes, that's what I'm drinking.
What's up?
All right, Bryce. What you drinking on this week?
All right. So this week, I'm kind of moving away from the caffeine.
Oh, snaps.
Dipping into the trend that I think y'all had last week with the lick. So I have homemade old fashioned.
Homemade old fashioned.
Homemade liquor.
Yes, I made an old fashioned. Got some bourbon whiskey, or bourbon, some orange bitters.
Oh, okay.
Some orange bitters, some black pepper bitters, some orange, forget what they call this, orange syrup.
Where did you go to bartending school?
A little bit of So I know Lawrence likes to clown me about going to quote unquote engagements, but last night I went to a whiskey tasting event. So there they kind of like taught us how to do some mixes. So kind of brought that recipe to this podcast. So
I only say it because I'm jealous. Like you're always involved in something, and it's like, oh, okay, what are you doing right now? Oh, I can't talk tomorrow. I have an engagement already, guys. It's like, oh, well, I'm a loser because I'm available most of the time when we're like, yeah, let's do something.
Yeah. I mean, I am supposed to be going out after we finish this podcast too. So
see?
I'm like eyeing the clock. Like,
yeah, see,
but
see.
But anyway, yes, I have old fashioned for this week.
Well, this week I am keeping up the trend. I'm off of work today, so I'm drinking a local brew. This is the Morrigan. It's a chocolate coffee stout. Very good, local made in Oakland. Delicious. And I'm gonna go get some more after we're done recording as well. So looking forward to that. There should be some live music playing, so I'm looking forward to getting into some trouble. Not too much trouble. Let's not do that. Anyway, so also currently what I'm playing, I put down Final Fantasy X. I'm sorry, guys. Like, my game came in. Shin Megami Tensei 5 came in. I got the Steelbook. It's in there already. There's nothing that can be done. Like,
I mean, you have to do it. I mean
like I've been talking about this game. I'm gonna beat this game.
Like 2 episodes ago.
It's gonna be beaten. It's gonna take like 100 hours. So
yeah.
But January I'll be done. I'm gonna binge this game. I have a couple flights coming. I'm just gonna play this game.
How far did you get on Final Fantasy? That you were still in the tunnel, weren't you?
Yeah.
Basically where we were last week.
Like as soon as Danganronpa came out, and that game wasn't what I thought it was, so I started playing that. I've been playing that. I've been playing Brain Academy every morning. Like, Final Fantasy is too much of a like brain commitment. You have to remember stuff. I'm like, I don't have time for all that.
Yeah.
Let's get to it. So what are you playing, Bryce?
All right, so this week, at the beginning of the week, I finished Far Cry, roll credits. That ending wasn't what you would expect. It's definitely kind of like one of those like, oh snap, like one of those like out of left field type endings. But I think overall still a decent game. I had to rush through it because I wanted to make sure I had enough time to play Halo Infinite that came out this week as well. So that's another game I'm playing. Played through the first about an hour or so. I was able to get through the first boss. I'm playing it through on Heroic, so it's taking me a little bit longer.
As it should.
Yeah, like that first boss, legit, right when he popped up, I died within 3.4 seconds of him showing up.
Wow.
And then where I
respawn.
My respawn was like right in front of him. So as soon as I respawned, I died. So that happened like 3 times in a row. I was like, okay, how am I going to get out of this? So I had to like grapple shot as soon as my screen loaded. I had to grapple shot out of there. But then after that, I was able to beat him.
Sounds like a fun game.
Yeah, this game is going to take some time because heroic isn't a pushover. So it's still fun though. It's definitely a throwback to kind of the first kind of Bungie made game. So I'm looking forward to playing it through. Definitely a different experience having a open world map.
Oh, that's different.
So once you get out of the first initial kind of ship and you land on the Halo ring, the whole like map opens up to you, and then you have like different waypoints of basically missions. So that's a totally different experience from other Halo games. So that's something to kind of get used to, and to actually have to like explore a little bit more than I've done in the past. Because usually just like run and gun a little bit. But
so are there like things like collectibles that you can find in the world now, or is it still like old school Halo? Like my only incentive: find weapons, find bad guys, get to the end.
Yeah, I mean, all the Halo games had skulls you can collect. And the skulls give you like different power-ups or whatever. But the skulls are all super hidden, so you only find them if you like pretty much go off the map, kind of. I think in my whole career playing Halo, I probably only found like 2 skulls. But yeah, there's that, and then there's also like audio logs. So there's audio logs on the Banished side, and then audio logs on the Master Chief side, let's call it. That you can collect, and then also your power-ups you can collect throughout the level as well to like upgrade your armor, upgrade your grapple shot, things like that. So
all right, well, piggybacking off of the Bungie ride, Bungie has another couple updates that they're doing to another game that they have. So what do you have to say about that, Marcus?
I didn't even get to say what game I was playing though. I didn't even get to All right. So, bomb. Wednesday, right? Halo comes out.
Right.
I have it on the computer, but I'm at work, so I can't download it. So I get home like maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock. Went on my computer, press that download button. That mug took like legit maybe 5-6 hours to download. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed because I gotta go to work in the morning. So I'll just pick back up on this tomorrow and I'll try to play to see what happens. So go to work. Next day, Thursday, it's downloaded. Awesome. I press play, right? This pop-up comes up that basically says your computer is trash and you can't play this game.
Oh no. Oh man.
So because I couldn't play Halo, I play Solitary. So that's my game of the week, Solitary, because that's the only thing I could play on my computer. So once I won in that, I hopped on Destiny 2 because they had their the Bungie 30th anniversary thing, and lo and behold, there's Halo weapons in Destiny 2. So that's what people tell me. I wouldn't know because I ain't never played Halo. So there's a sidearm, there's like a battle rifle. I guess that's what you people call it.
Yeah.
And then there's
a BR.
BR. That's that. And then there's an energy sword, and then there's a focus rifle. So I didn't get to play Halo, but I used Halo weapons, and I deleted them just because I couldn't play Halo and I was mad about it. So as soon as I got them, I deleted them, but then they gave them to me right back. So I guess it was just destined for me to have them. Destiny. Never mind.
Yeah,
never
Destiny.
Mind.
Yeah,
never mind. You see what I never mind. All right. So yeah. So I didn't get to play Halo, but I played Halo. But I didn't play Halo. I'm gonna drink my Kool-Aid. I'm upset.
Man, I haven't played Halo since like Halo 3.
You have Game Pass, right?
No.
You don't have Game Pass? It's like you can get it for $1 for 3 months. That's the only reason why I got it, because it was $1 for 3 months.
It's $1 for see that's how they get you, because I'm not gonna remember to cancel that until after they already get me for 1 month.
Mine's already canceled.
I mean, they yeah. I mean, they send you reminders too, like, hey, this is being charged fully in about 2 weeks.
So you should definitely, especially if you want it, because you like Halo, right? You said you wanted to play it, right?
I used to like Halo. I stopped after 3 because the ending of 3, I was like, I'm done.
You play Reach at all?
Nope.
You play Reach?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, Reach is pretty good, man.
Like, I turned my back on Halo, and then I found all these like JRPGs that were just calling my name. And I haven't played a shooter since, like, Destiny's the only shooter I've played since like Halo 3.
Jeez.
Yeah,
like it's
so
shooters to me aren't friends.
How many hours do you have in it so far, Bryce? Are you like pretty deep into it, or are you just been chilling, going slow?
I'm just still in the beginning. So I beat the first boss, and then I landed on Halo, the Zeta Halo, and then played like the first initial kind of like intro to that Zeta Halo, and then that map opened up. So I have the access to the map now. That's about it though.
So you don't get access to so you have access to the map for the second area.
Yeah, because the game doesn't start on Zeta Halo, because you start in space.
So you played the game, and now you're just now getting to like the starting point?
No. like the game starts out in space.
Right.
Like Halo is just drifting. You get captured. You get fixed. And then I'm being general right now, so I don't want to spoil anything. You get fixed, and then you get tracked down, and then you have to find a new AI, and then that's pretty much like the intro, is like you finding the AI and then getting a little bit of backstory on who the Banished are, who are the new bad guys. And then once you have your AI, you get a waypoint to Zeta Halo saying that, hey, there's some Marines down there, we need to help them. And then that's what jogs you down to the ring. And that's where I'm at now. I'm now on the ring. And that's where the map is. The map is
the ring. Okay.
So, yeah, that's why I didn't have the full map, because it technically wasn't on Halo yet.
Okay, that makes sense. So, is there anything that you're expecting from Halo that you know that you're gonna get? So like, for example, are there tropes that you're looking for? Are you looking for like some kind of resolution to the story? What is it you're looking to get from this Halo game?
I think a better story, because that's what kind of turned me off of Halo 5. Just like the story was so kind of convoluted, and I was like I didn't finish Halo 5.
Oh wow!
Like I didn't even get to half of it.
That's crazy.
Because the story was just like what? Like why? Huh?
Well, it didn't make any sense,
So
or it just wasn't a good story.
It was not good. It wasn't a good story. So like with Halo Infinite, I kind of purposefully am like really paying attention to like the lore of the game. So I'm definitely running around getting all the audio logs, trying to get like the behind the scenes story of everything, just so I can from the beginning understand like who the Banished are, what their motivations are, why the heck was Master Chief just floating out in space, like stuff like that. Just to kind of like make sure that I'm invested in the story, because in my opinion, the story is the number one most important thing of a game is the story. Like the graphics can be piss poor, But as long as they have a good story, then I'm there.
Yeah.
I think the second and third thing is like the music. So if they have a great story and good music and okay graphics, then I'll be good. But luckily, Halo, so far at least, has, I can't judge the story yet, but the music is always on
music
point.
is crazy.
And the graphics are on point too. So
what was the Halo before this one?
It was
this one was Halo 5.
Okay, I was gonna ask, like, if the end of that story, did it continue over to this story, but you don't know because you didn't.
Yeah, that was the same thing I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think it does. Because I think that's why Master Chief was.
I guess we can't really ask you because you didn't finish the game, so you're like,
nah.
Okay, so
no, yeah, and the banished, the banished leader referred to like her, in one of the intro,
Metroid's in this,
and I'm,
huh?
What?
I love her.
You said Metroid?
She makes great
Metroid.
music.
Sam, Metroid is in this.
No, I said her.
Yeah, her.
It's Metroid.
H.E.
Oh, the singer.
She makes great music. And
okay. She's dope too.
Wait.
I like her. Yeah.
Wait.
I saw her at a concert.
I saw her live.
Yeah, she's dope.
Wait,
she's dope.
So Metroid goes by her, and I know her, but Metroid goes by her.
It's a her, right?
Yeah,
I thought it was.
She's like the her of gaming.
Yeah, that's her.
Like whenever you speak about like a female in gaming, generally they're speaking about Samus Aran.
What? Not Zelda?
I mean, Zelda's a guy, so.
Wait, no. Come
on, Marcus.
No.
You know
we're not gonna let that slide here. Listen.
Come on, man.
We apologize, viewers, listeners, everybody. He knows Zelda's. He knows who Zelda is. He's just pulling the chain, guys. Just please.
And then Perfect Dark.
Yeah, so I love Perfect Dark, the game, but no one's gonna if you say her in gaming, it's not Perfect Dark.
No.
When you say female,
but who says her in gaming though?
Whenever anyone talks about a female in gaming, like the most popular female
this is like
in gaming.
This is in the context of Halo though. Like if the conversation is about Halo, why would I all of a sudden start talking about?
Because you said her,
Seamus or an R&B singer.
I have no idea. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I have no idea how we got down.
Y'all are killing me.
Okay, who was her? What are you talking about?
That's the thing. I don't know.
Never mind. Right, go ahead.
Okay. So there's some kind of connection between the banished Metroid and the R&B single her. Like that. If that turns out to be true.
So
I don't know. But
funny coincidence. Have you guys noticed like a lot of these like stories that have hordes of like monsters? There's always a female who's like the big boss. Do you think that's like a thing?
What's an example? I can't think of one.
So like crap, it just left me, but it's like
Team Rocket,
like Gears of War. Like I didn't end up playing like the end of Gears of War, so I don't know like who the final boss is. But I remember we were always looking for like the queen.
Okay.
So like that's a horror game, and like in most horror games, you're looking for like the queen, the one who makes everything else.
Oh, like the Alien movie.
Yeah,
I got you.
They gotta kill the queen. Okay.
So like,
you said horde movie or a horde game.
Yeah,
like,
did you thought you said horror like scary?
I don't know what. I didn't want to question. I don't know.
Yeah, like horde, like zombie horde.
Okay.
A brood.
Yes. Okay. I'm trying to think of other horde games.
Who was the boss in Left 4 Dead?
I don't think I played that.
Wow, that's like the Xbox game. Four people running around killing zombies. No.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably a good game. I've never played.
Oh man, there are so many games that we need to get like let's plays of on this channel.
Isn't that like Back for Blood?
Yeah.
Like Back for Blood is like Left 4 Dead. Like the
Yeah.
So you know
Sequel,
about
I
Back
guess.
4 Blood, but not Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, about both
Back-
of them. I just haven't played it any of them.
Ah,
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So,
makes sense. Makes sense.
yeah. But I get you though.
Yeah. So it's just weird that like some of these popular games have like these queen enemies, and I don't know. Hordes don't always have to have queens. Like they can't there just be, I don't know, something else, anything else.
Yeah, it could be like what are those, like seahorses? Like seahorses, like the males like give the birth or whatever.
True story. True.
Or like Last of Us, when it's just spores and you just transform.
Yeah.
Marcus,
Yep.
what are your first thoughts about the upcoming C2E2 convention?
I have no idea what that is, so I'm gonna toss it to Bryce because he's the one with the tickets.
You got tickets?
So, yes. So, C2E2 stands for Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo.
Oh,
So it's basically,
got you.
yes, C2E.
C squared, E squared. Okay.
Yeah. And it's basically a local Comic-Con, basically.
Okay.
All things geek culture. And I've gone to the past few. Last year was obviously canceled because of the pandemic. So I'm actually excited to go this year. It's basically a con for all geek culture. So it's going to be celebrities. You can get photos taken. You can get autographs. There's going to be local independent comic artists, big name comic artists, folks from like The Walking Dead are going to be there. I want to say, I'm doing a little cheat sheet here. Tomorrow, Giancarlo Esposito is going to be the big, going to be the big actor there tomorrow. I didn't get tickets to his panel, but he's going to be there tomorrow.
So you have to have tickets to each individual panel?
Yeah, that's how they get you. Yeah.
So it's a ticket to get in, and then a ticket to each panel?
So like there's like a show floor.
Okay.
And in the show floor is like different booths of like toys, comics, different like artworks and stuff like that. And then there's like breakout rooms that has like different panels. And then also areas where you can, like, if you wanted to get your photo taken with or have an autograph of a celebrity, there's also like lines for that too, which you gotta pay for. So pay extra for it. So for me personally, I just like being in the building because just to kind of soak up the energy.
Yeah.
And it's being around other geeks is like I just like that. One of these days I'm going to buy a ticket to a panel, but not this year though.
You had tickets to E3 too, right? Like, was it last year?
Yeah,
or the year before?
2020. I had tickets. I had my hotel booked. I had my flight booked. I had my E3 tickets. I was gonna go there and live it up the whole weekend. And then this thing called COVID came around.
Heard of it,
like,
yeah.
nope. And it was like, nope.
COVID?
Nope.
What is that? It hasn't affected my life in any way.
Nope.
Have you been to any gaming conventions or anything like that, Lawrence?
No, I haven't, and it's a dream. Like, I was supposed to go to PAX East, and I just didn't go. I went to Germany instead.
That's a hard left.
That's I would almost like rather go to Germany than PAX East though. To be honest,
I mean, you went like way east. You went like east.
Yeah. So it was like a graduation present to myself.
Nice. That's what's up.
And took a trip to Germany with my friend. But before then, I was looking at going to E3 because not E3, PAX East, because I worked at GameStop. I worked at GameStop a long time. Like, I only worked 4 hours a week, and it was just
enough to get all the tests and play to get free games with your knowledge.
That was literally
pay with knowledge.
Yeah, pay with knowledge. Like, you know, sometimes you just got pay with them brains.
Yeah. I mean that's a good strategy too. I mean, to work at a place just enough hours to get the discount. Because I know a couple folks that work at bars, and that's the same thing that they do. Like, they work there like just enough to get the discount. So that's a good strategy.
And that's how you save money, man. You know, you want something, work there. Get all you want. Get sick of it. Get out.
Yeah. And
speaking of getting out, I'm gonna listen. I need the whole world to just hear me right now. Game of the year. Y'all can get out of here with your choice. Like, that's ridiculous.
That's where we going. Off rip. That's where we gonna go.
The 2021 nominees. Like, we all know what game should have won. I'm not taking anything from It Takes Two. Like, It Takes Two looks like an interesting game.
Wait, so you saw the Game Awards? Is what you're saying?
I saw
that last night?
Some of the Game Awards.
You low key went to a E3. You went to
see
PAX Online.
That's like saying, like, you watched a live concert, so you went there. Like, I went and I saw Erykah Badu live, and there's a difference between watching that woman on stage and seeing her like on a recording. Like, you can't match the energy of being somewhere live, which is why COVID's been so like tough for a lot of people. Like, when you're in a space and everyone's experiencing something with you, like, it's a different feeling.
So did you play It Takes Two?
No.
So you didn't experience that feeling.
But I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna give it a chance.
Got him.
Because it won Game of the Year, but I'm gonna tell you, it shouldn't have won over Metroid. Like, I don't even care. It doesn't matter how good that game is.
How can you say that if you didn't?
It does not matter how good that game is.
How can you say that if you didn't?
Metroid not only has the history, like, that game was beautiful.
It's Game of the Year, not Game of the History. Like, Game of All Time is Game of the Year.
Yeah. I mean, but if you're the game of all time, like, if you're the best game of all time, then you're the game of every year. This year, next year,
Are you saying
last
Metroid is the greatest game of all time? Is that what you're saying?
Every year Metroid comes out, it should win Game of the Year.
So Metroid is the GOAT.
Every time it comes out, that's the game that needs to win.
Huh.
Okay, wait. There are some stipulations there, because if it went up against like certain games, I'd be like, okay.
But like, not It Takes Two.
No, it takes two.
Even though you never played it.
So I'm gonna say this, right? Here's my issue with the game, right?
I'm listening.
It's made by EA. So EA games automatically make me say I don't really want to start by playing them, because I'm expecting microtransactions. I'm expecting like some of that. I'm expecting some EA from the game. Like, EA used to make amazing games, and then they figured out microtransactions, and then all their games were just buy to win, like pay to win games. So if it has EA on the as a distributor, I'm gonna shy away until I find out I need to play the game. So it's one Game of the Year. I've now looked at gameplay. I'm gonna play the game because it looks pretty.
So I mean, does It Takes Two, does it have microtransactions? Or?
I don't know. I don't know anything about this game other than
you hate
it's about these two parents, and they're going through a rough time in their relationship. So their daughter like overhears them talk about they're gonna break up, so she makes little dolls that represent them, and then the parents magically become the dolls, and they have to work together and solve mini puzzles to, you know, fix their situation, and they learn to love again and happy ever after.
That sounds really nice.
It's a lovely story.
That's lovely.
And I'm like, I have to give it a chance because it won Game of the Year. I have to play the game.
Why do you hate love?
Before I can say definitively I don't like it.
Why do you hate love? Why? I don't understand.
Listen,
That's
that's a conversation for another time. We won't talk about why I hate love. Like
that's a deep topic.
like we're not gonna go into why I hate love, because at this exact moment, love. Like,
Whoa, beep. Can we beep? Can we beep? Do we have the edit button?
Oh my gosh.
But I'm not gonna say definitively whether or not I like that game. I'm gonna play it, and then I'm gonna let you guys know. But for the most part, like the Game Awards this year, they weren't bad. There were a lot of repeats, which kind of scared me, because since I've been out of the game like circuit for a little while, a lot of the games I hadn't even heard of.
What do you mean
So
repeats?
like so for example, Deathloop was nominated for a lot of different categories. They didn't win that many, but I mean, they were nominated. And the fact is, like, they showed up a lot more than I thought they would have. And I haven't even played the game. I hadn't even heard of it until you were playing it, Marcus. And then I was like, I was like, what is this game that you're talking about? Like, never even heard of it.
Yeah, so Deathloop won Best Game Direction, which I don't know how you can have game direction. Okay, so awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Best art direction, it won that too. I think those were the only two that it won. Yeah, so it looks good.
Yeah.
I still haven't played any more of it, just so that's.
But see, here's my problem with, like, it looks good. Like, inside of this category, like, we have Kenna, and Kenna arguably looks amazing. And then in addition to that, like, there's games that I think look better than these games that aren't even listed. Like
Metroid,
Nier Replicant.
Oh.
If any game in the Nier series, like, you're gonna get best music, you're gonna get best art, because, like, I don't know what it is about the Nier series, but they're really, really particular about art and music, and it's great in both of these two series. So I need to find out if you like Deathloop before I even think about playing it, because my backlog's too much for me to be trying to figure out if this game is worth my time or not. So I'm gonna leave Deathloop to you.
I'm still I haven't not given up, or I haven't given up on it yet, so I'm still gonna try. I just haven't picked it back up since the last time I said I was gonna pick it back up. So I think it's pushed back on my backlog, even though new things didn't even come out that I wanted to play. But I think I am, because I talked about this, I think, in our first podcast that no one's heard. The Kenna Bridge of Spirits, because that won Best Indie Game and Best Debut Indie Game. So I think I really do want to play that. I did. Oh, it beat out 12 minutes, right? So you should be happy about that.
Yeah, let's just ignore that. But Death's Door, Death's Door is another one you guys got to check out. That one's pretty good.
Yeah, I remember you talking about Death's Door.
It was a category for indie game. Yeah.
And you see what won best mobile game, right?
Yeah. Genshin. I will admit, Genshin is a great game, and if they would just give me Mona,
I have her.
Yeah,
I'll show up in your game with her, so you can just experience her.
So I can pretend.
Yeah.
Because they let me play her for
vicariously.
They let me play her for like real
that
quick,
little
like one little
thing. Yeah.
And I was like, so now give me her. You're like, nah. I was like, I'll pay you for her. They're like, nah. I'm like,
wait, you what? Wait, say that again?
I'll pay you for her.
So it's like, is she like a prostitute, or like what's?
So Genshin Impact is a gacha game, right? So if you're not familiar with gacha games, they have lots and lots of characters. They're all great fun, but you're playing like a little lottery to get them. So you play the lottery. If you get the character, you get to keep the character. If you don't get the character, you don't get the character. Like, that's just how it is. So it's like luck of the draw.
So is it like random?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So there's no clear path to get a person. It's you pull the lever, it spins, you get a person, and that's just who you get.
Okay. Wow. I mean, I've never even like downloaded it, so this is all kind of new for me. And Genshin it's a mobile game, but it's an adventure.
Genshin Impact is a mobile game that made it on PlayStation, PC. They're talking about going to Switch. And Xbox. Like,
and is it adventure or like
adventure? Straight up, just adventure.
Yeah. Okay.
Fantasy adventure.
And like your character is given by random.
No, so you start out with your main character, but you have other people in your team that you can also be with. So it's your main character, and then you have 3 other people that you can switch to in between fights. So they give you characters, but they're like trash. I mean, not trash. They're just not as good as the ones that you can get from pulling the slot machine, as he says. So there's ways that you can do it. You can either use real money to buy the little star crystals and use the star crystals to get the constellations, and you get the people from the constellations, or you can play the game, and through playing the game you got to do like lots of different stuff to get like free star crystals, and you can still use those star crystals to pull the lever.
And then with those star crystals, can you get the character?
No, so you pull,
or is it still random?
Strictly random. You can get like different weapons from the thing, or you can get characters.
Yeah.
You can even get the same character that you already have, and then with that thing, you have to like use that one to upgrade. It's crazy because even once you get your character, you have to get that character multiple times to unlock them to get the new powers and upgrades and everything for them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of if y'all played the Borderlands pre-sequel DLC that's in the casino, and like if you go to like an actual slot machine, you can use the in-game currency on the slot machine to get like different like power-ups, and it's all like, to your point, like really random. I think it's like the same thing, I think.
Yeah. Pretty much. And there's actually videos on like YouTube of people spending like thousands of dollars trying to get like a particular character. Like, and I'm like, where's this just extra thousands and just
subscribers? I mean, once we get to where we gonna get to, we're gonna have Bryce get on Genshin, and then we're gonna have the people donate for him to get all the characters that he wants to get. So I mean, we'll see it. We'll make it come to fruition.
Level 0.
Look, whenever we decide to level up, like I already got like people that want to come on the show. Like I got a Twitch streamer who's like, she wouldn't mind like hollering at, like we set up, like we ready.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Game Awards, I don't know if there were awards in there, but like
there were
a lot of
they're sprinkled.
Yeah, it was
sprinkled in there.
A lot of other not award stuff that was in there.
Yeah,
it's more like the game trailers.
Yeah,
more so than the game awards.
Yeah. And speaking of trailers, listen, the most exciting trailer that I saw during that whole show, Persona 5 Arena Ultimax. Like, I said Persona 4, right?
You said Persona 5.
Nope.
Like I think,
my bad, 4.
Yeah.
It's Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
Yeah.
I have Persona 5 on the brain. So, Atlas kept this a secret, and this was a huge announcement. Like, okay, I see you have questions.
Because the 5 and the 4... Like how are the 4 new, but you played 5.
Okay. So Persona 4 Area Ultimax is not new. It's a remake of a game that they've already come out with.
Another remake.
The reason why this remake is big is because it's coming on the Switch. So it's coming on the Switch, it's coming on the PlayStation, and it's coming on Steam. And Persona 4 Ultimax is... It's an amazing fighting game, and it includes like all of the characters. Well, not all of the characters. A lot of the characters from Persona 4 and Persona 3 as well. If you like fighting games, this game is going to be right up your alley. It has a lot of very smooth combat. interfaces, and then on top of that, there's a story mode. So it has like a lot of character development, so you understand why it is you're fighting. And if you don't know anything about Persona, that's fine. You can play these games, and you can fight as these amazing characters. And
is it like those Mortal Kombat games? Because you know how Mortal Kombat games have the story part too. Or you haven't played with them?
Like the creeps?
Yeah. No. It's like the actual story. It's like you.
Oh, if you play like as one character and then as you go on,
it switches to another character.
Like the backstory.
Yeah. No, not like the arcade, like the new Mortal Kombat games. It's like there's a story, and in that you don't play as like one character. Like you start out as one character, and then like in the story it switches over to another character. So it's like a whole like linear thing where you play different characters throughout the whole game.
Oh, well, I don't know yet.
You don't know? Okay.
I didn't get to play the original.
Oh, you didn't play
I did not get to play the original. I played Grand Blue, which is another kind of fighting game where they take a lot of anime characters and put them in there together. So this one is a little bit more directed at Atlas characters created in Persona. So this one's a little bit more niche. It's more closely tied to fans of Persona because you're going to know the characters. So like you're going to feel more ties if you are a fan of the series. But if you're not a fan of the series, this is a good game to get into if you're into the fighting genre.
So Persona 5, like Persona in general, isn't typically a fighting game.
No.
It's like an adventure style
it's
game.
A turn-based RPG game normally.
So Arena is like taking the characters of the Persona universe and dropping them into like a fighting, like Street Fighter type situation.
Correct.
Okay. That's interesting.
And that's why like Persona 5 is out, but Persona 4 or area. Is it area or arena?
Arena.
It's arena. Persona 4 is like the fighting edition of that. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like from a fighting game perspective, I've kind of like fallen out of playing fighting games. Like I used to be one of those
Mortal Kombat. What I was just talking about.
Yeah, so I used to always play Mortal Kombat, but like it kind of got exhausting to play the fighting games. I don't know. Like to get like really good at fighting games, you gotta like practice, like, and it's just too much. I just stopped.
Well, so here's the thing, right?
Wait, hold on. Low key though, I don't even think I can't say this. So I'm gonna say this anyway. So my little sister, Davi, she's like the greatest Mortal Kombat player in the world.
Yeah.
But she's not gonna hear this, so I can say that. So, yeah. But continue on.
Yeah, that just makes me want to like get back to the arcades. Cause like that's a vivid memory of mine of like going to the arcades and playing like Mortal Kombat 2, and then having people like a big group of people behind
with
you
the quarter on this machine.
Not me, but like whoever was playing.
So,
and have to do like an event in the arcade. Like that was kind of cool.
I know one thing I do miss, and it just happened in COVID times. When fighting games come out, when they get popular, if you're good at that game, they have like tournaments for you to come and showcase what you can do. And I've been online with some of these games that I thought I was good at and found out I wasn't good. So this game is one of those games I'm going to become good at. So
nice.
Was there any like trailers or anything that stood out to you, Bryce, from the Game Awards?
Oh, trailers. I think 2 or 3 come to mind. The first one, and it's probably one of my most anticipated games next year, is Tiny Tina's
I saw that. That
Wonderland.
looked crazy.
I keep saying
you've been talking about that game like a couple episodes
and
now.
I feel like it's not getting the buzz it needs or like the attention it needs, but like that game looks really fun. I'm looking for that one. So that was a standout for me. Another standout was Hellblade 2. I haven't played Hellblade 1 yet, and it is in my backlog, and it is a short game too, so I hear. So it's like you can beat it in like 6 hours. So just one of these days I might just like sit down and just run through it. Because Hellblade 1 was supposed to be pretty good. But yeah, the Hellblade 2 trailer was amazing. And then the third one that comes to mind is A Plague Tale, the sequel to that. Because that first one I had a lot of fun with. So I'm looking forward to that one. And all those games are coming out next year. So next year's going to be interesting.
Adding to the backlog.
Add it to the backlog. I have like 55 games on it right now.
Yeah,
that should be our slogan.
Add to the backlog.
Yeah. Add it to the backlog.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff. The one thing that like stood out to me was that Suicide Squad game. That game, that game looked crazy.
Yeah,
really. Yeah, you must have missed that one.
I missed that one.
You got to see
that
it.
one.
Yeah.
Did you see the movie or no? The new Suicide Squad movie? No. Did you see it, Bryce?
We won't go into movie preferences, but Harley Quinn is like an anime crush of mine, and I don't like this. I don't like this pink and blue. Like I have a problem with the new portrayal of Harley Quinn because
in the most recent Suicide Squad, she's like black and red. Like they made her more comic book.
Okay, so my Harley is quite attractive. The one I've seen isn't my cup of tea.
Really? What? Wow.
That's wow.
Huh.
No comment.
Okay. Yeah, that is.
And it might just be because like my expectation of Harley Quinn is so high.
But I mean,
so what edition? Like what version of Harley Quinn are?
Is the bar?
Is the best book? Yeah.
So it's not even like the Harley Quinn that I liked was in the anime. So if I see a Harley Quinn in real life, I would want her to.
Well, which
Batman, like the
Forever,
the animated series.
Well, not forever.
Not forever.
What's the cartoon?
The animated series.
Was it the anime?
Like from the 90s?
Yeah, that one.
The animated series.
That's what. Yeah.
So that's the bar.
The one. That's the bar. And I'm like, first off, like we're not gonna go because there's something about Harley. We're not gonna talk about that. I like crazy women. That's like a personal issue. We'll talk about that like on like some other channel, some other time.
Okay.
But like it's nothing against like the actress.
You get like PTSD, like looking at her, or
I'm like there's an unhealthy attachment to that whole scene. Like if you don't match it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying like the movie version of Harley Quinn like hits too close to home, or
no? The movie version of Harley Quinn like doesn't do it for me. Like
What
crazy.
What movie did you see? Did you see the first one or the original one, or did you see the Harley Quinn movie? Like which Harley Quinn movie are you referring to? Or you just saw a preview? You didn't even see the movies?
Previews and trailers. I'm like, not doing it.
You gotta see the movies, man. There's three.
Look,
there's three.
I'm one.
And the last one was actually really, really good.
I believe
the one with James Gunn.
The majority of the movies I watch are like 2 and 3 star movies on Amazon Prime. If it's a movie, it has to be a bad movie. Like I like movies that have those endings that you don't see coming. Like there's this awful movie. It's terrible. It's probably the worst movie I've ever seen. It's called Hooking Up, and the ending of that movie, it was like it just ends. Like, and it's like, is that it?
Okay.
I like those kinds of movies because the problems with movies that I have right now is when you watch it, like you already know what's gonna happen. Like you know there's gonna be, you know what the turmoil is gonna be, you know who did it already. Like I don't like watching those kinds of movies because you start it and it's like he did it there and that's what's gonna happen, and then that's exactly what happened.
I think the Suicide Squad, like the newest one, has enough, I guess you can call it twists, to where you wouldn't really know or expect what's gonna happen. I think. So I mean, I would recommend you see that movie. At least the Suicide Squad was better than Suicide Squad.
Wait, which
and
one?
No offense to like Will Smith.
Okay, the newest one is the.
What Idris Elba?
I don't know the names of. I don't know what's the difference. Yeah, I don't know. The newest one is better than the first one, I think.
It's like, yeah, the newest one is the Suicide Squad, and the older one is Suicide Squad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just the naming convention is just like we're the and we're not the.
Yeah.
I don't understand like how it is that movies like just get this passed like this, and then like what's even worse is if that movie gets too big, they're gonna try and make it into a game, and like making movies into games like doesn't usually work that well.
But I mean, going back to the original topic, the Suicide Squad trailer was dope.
Mm-hmm. So then how do you feel about that Matrix Awakens preview?
I didn't like the preview too much for the movie, because I didn't really understand it. Like they were on a train, and then that was pretty much it. So
the quick question is: did you understand the Matrix that came? That was the trilogy. What was the last one? Trinity.
Revelations.
Resurrection. No,
I don't know.
It started with an R.
Resolution.
Yes.
It might be Resolution. So did you understand that one?
No.
I expect to go into Matrix movies not understanding a thing.
No.
And it's just like over the top action. I thought everyone died.
Oh, Revolution.
Everyone like I was okay with how the other one finished. Why are we making another one?
You gotta see it.
To find out. But no, so yeah, the actual movie part was kind of but the game that came along with it looks like crazy. It's like it's out now, it's free. So if you have a PlayStation or Xbox, download it, check it out, just to look at it, because it looks like incredible. Like the graphics. I mean, I don't even know about the gameplay or anything, but just like visual looks of it, it looks like ridiculous.
Unreal Engine 5 looks promising.
Yeah,
but with promising, you guys know how I feel about that. I'm like, the more real we get, the more real people are gonna want to have, and that's bringing us down these pathways of games that aren't focusing on gameplay. Like,
I don't know. I mean, if you can check out the Hellblade 2 trailer as well, because that looked insane.
That's the same engine,
and typically. Yeah, Unreal Engine 5. Yeah,
I'm gonna check that out.
Typically when you see games like that, you think, oh, that's just a cutaway or like a video or whatever of gameplay, but that's like legit gameplay.
And what's interesting, you're mentioning Hellblade. I was gonna mention Hellblade later on. Not as an answer for mine, but foreshadowing.
Answer
for what?
Oh, for a question of the week.
Foreshadowing.
Okay.
So moving on to the next topic, GTA 5 expansion. So we already spoke about this one time as a rumor. We thought it was gonna happen, and then boom, it's happening now. So Bryce Stradamus, what you got going on?
I throw it to Marcus. I mean,
all right. So what had happened was, we were talking about something, and I mentioned how Snoop Dogg mentioned something about Dr. Dre doing something for GTA. And I was like, so I wonder if they're doing, if he's doing something for GTA 6, because I couldn't see him doing anything for GTA 5. And then Bryce said, no, it's just going to be another DLC with him doing a radio station or something like that.
I remember because I held up the GTA 5 unopened, but
the unopened
GTA 5.
So, lo and behold, this week Rockstar announces that they're coming out with a contract, which is another DLC for GTA 5 featuring Franklin, like the one of the main characters from GTA. But Dr. Dre is in it, and he's gonna be doing music, and it's gonna be radio station. So
yeah.
Stop.
Man,
Stop.
At this point, GTA 6 is never going to come out.
If you want to play GTA 6, play Saints Row, because that also got a preview in the Game Awards.
Yeah.
So that's the closest you're going to get to a new open world.
Like GTA 6 ain't coming out until like 2030.
Crazy,
not people have to completely put down GTA 5 for them to remake it.
I mean, they're making money.
They're making
money. So
this is free, so they don't have to. If you already have the GTA Online, it's just like automatically going to be there. So, but it's like, stop. I'm gonna play
money.
it, but stop.
Yeah, they're making money. Man.
It's like
that's crazy.
Damn you.
so that was it on that. I just found that very, very like interesting how.
Yeah.
So
see, but who knows? Like, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, E3 is in person, and hypothetically speaking, we all go to E3 in person, and then like are in the theater, and hypothetically speaking, Take-Two announces GTA 6, and like we're in the audience when they announce it. I mean, that'd be dope.
be crazy hype.
That'd be dope.
I'd buy that game. I would play that game. If we were at E3 when it was announced, I'm playing that game.
Yeah.
Especially if Take-Two does it.
Ooh. Well, let's just put that out in the.
Oh wait, is it Take-Two or Rockstar?
Rockstar. That's what I said. Especially if that'd be crazy.
No.
Wait, Take-Two owns Rockstar, right? Or is it?
I just know Rockstar Games. That's what I said.
Oh,
you about to.
Confused now.
That's what I said. If Take-Two does that'll be super crazy.
Ooh.
What's the verdict? What do we have?
And survey says.
Hold on, give me.
Because I just see Rockstar everywhere, like Rockstar.
Oh yeah, the company owns two major publishing labels, Rockstar and 2K.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's the fits. So, speaking of games that need to be made, we're gonna start with Bryce. What dead game series needs either a remake or a sequel?
Oh, is our question?
Yep.
All right, so this one I thought was going to be hard, but then after a half a second, it just popped in my head. And hands down, bar none, I think half the world would agree with me that Splinter Cell needs to make a comeback. It's been way too long. Sam Fisher has popped up in so many different other games than Splinter Cell. It's almost like Ubisoft is like playing with us right now, like an inside joke.
He was in Super Smash, wasn't he?
I don't think so.
He was in some fighting game, wasn't he?
It's possible because they've used the Sam Fisher character in so many other franchises other than Splinter Cell. Since like I think the last game was Blacklist, I think, and that game came out in 1 second. That game came out in 2013. So it's going on like 10 years since the last Splinter Cell game. But Sam Fisher is still like popping up in like Ghost Recon and like all these other franchises. I think he may have been in Fortnite. Was he in Fortnite? He was in some other like weird spinoff.
See, he was in Ghost Recon, he was in Rainbow Siege, and he was in Academy of Champions Soccer.
What?
See? Exactly. So I feel like that is a game that definitely needs to come out either with a reboot or something, but it's been way too long.
Splinter Cell. Okay. I'm not mad at it.
So Marcus, what do you think? Dead game series, remake or sequel? Which one you got?
I think I have two? Question mark. So the first one I'm gonna go with is Star Fox.
Oh,
that's a good one.
So Star Fox, especially Star Fox 64, like I played that game like a lot. Like which path I want to go? Do I want to go to the left? Do I want to go to the right? So if they
destroy
like
Xandros.
yeah. So if they like remake, do a updated version, or even like a new Star Fox, that'll be dope. And if they add multiplayer, like do they have like a fighter pilot multiplayer game, like PvP? Like you're
not this generation.
And that's
I know Xbox, like the original Xbox had like Crimson Sky.
I was gonna say, and that's a Nintendo exclusive.
So they can.
Nintendo definitely doesn't have one.
So they can throw that in there too. So I think that'll be a very lucrative, interesting thing that they can come up with.
That would be an excellent way to sell their new online. If you say, hey, if you have this new expansion pass, you can play Star Fox online. I think a lot of people,
Star Fox Online. That's a good title. Yeah. So that's one. The other one, I'm gonna go with Oregon Trail. So if you're not familiar with Oregon Trail,
you have diphtheria.
That's a throwback right there.
Yes, Oregon Trail. Is that considered an RPG or is that an adventure game? Like what is that considered?
I think
it's an RPG, right? So if they,
I think so. Yeah, one of their original.
They come out with like an updated, graphically superior version of the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Count me in.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
I know Lawrence doesn't like them, but I can see that being an open world game. And then your objective is to go from like New York to Oregon. Is that the thing? And your goal is to kind of keep people together and have them not die.
What about like bear hunting? Like
do all of that. Yeah, it's gonna have like little side missions that you have to do. I'm telling you.
Open world.
I'm telling you.
Cross country.
I'm telling you. Oregon
so
Trail.
let me tell you how that game would be focused. That game would have to have beautiful landscape, and I'd play that game.
I mean, it's basically
I'd play that game just because of nostalgia. Like no cap, I'd play that game.
It's basically like Far Cry, but instead of like psychopath like bad guys, it's just like nature.
Oh, so instead the bear's coming to help you because you asked for their help. It's like, oh, he's coming to kill me. But
No, the bears kill you too.
Oh, there's bad bears?
In Far Cry. In Far Cry 5, yeah, definitely.
Oh.
There aren't any bears in Far Cry 6, but Far Cry 5, there's definitely bears. And that would kill you in Far Cry 5. Yeah.
I'm not about that life. So my game that needs either a remake or a sequel, probably both, is Heavenly Sword. So I don't know if you guys remember Heavenly Sword, but Heavenly Sword came out when the PlayStation 3 launched. Like, it was an amazing game. It's about this girl named hold up, I'm gonna brutalize this name. Nariko. Yep. It's been a long time since I played that game. Like it's that old, but she acquires this cursed sword through some sequence of events that I'm not gonna tell you about, and essentially she has to, fight her way up and fix things before the curse kills her because she's gonna die. The game was amazing. They used a lot of different controls in the PlayStation 3 because there was a lot of innovative things that they had in there. And then the game was a very short game. It was only 6 hours. So if you were good at that game, like, you ran
one sitting, yeah.
One sitting, in, out. It's like, all right, when's the next one coming out? And PlayStation 3 launch is when it came out, and it's been radio silent since. And they say it's because, the developer didn't break even. But it also, I think it's contributed to the fact that when PlayStation 3 launched, it was like $600. nobody was buying a PlayStation 3 for $600. So those things just sat there. And
who's the developer?
It was Ninja Theory.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Ninja Theory, they have a bunch of different games that they've come out with.
So would you want a remake or like a new, like a sequel, like a new part to it?
So I don't need a remake at all. Like, I played that game a million times. I need a sequel because they left so many questions unanswered, and the gameplay in that game like makes you want to play it more. So I've played, even now to this day, like I've gone back and I've played Heavenly Sword just because if you like God of War, like it's a hack and slash kind of like that, only instead of upgrading like different weapons, you have one weapon and you use like different forms. So you have to pay attention to how you're being attacked and who you're fighting. The gameplay is like really, it can get repetitious if you're like super good, but it's only 6 hours, so it's not as repetitious as anything. But I mean, they could have done so much more with this game, and then to make things even better, they kind of set the stage for our red-headed protagonist of Horizon Zero Dawn. Everyone was looking for this. They kind of they compare Aloy to Nariko. And one other thing that people like to do is Hellblade. They call that Heavenly Sword 2, which they, you know, the
it's different gameplay, but yeah, I can kind of
the developer actually said don't call this, you know, Heavenly Sword 2, but like you can, if you make that stretch, like you can make connections that say that it's an extension of this game, and Heavenly Sword needs its own game. Like there's similarities in Hellblade, but Heavenly Sword, like I love that game. It needs a part 2 and 3.
Do a petition. Do a what's that? Change.org or something like that. What is it?
Was that, you only had the one, or was that or was there more?
I mean, I always have more because
right.
So the game that needs a remake on the Switch, Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime is the game that made me buy a GameCube. Right? If you've never played Metroid, look,
it's not a dead game though. Are you saying Metroid?
Metroid
dead?
Prime. Metroid Prime.
It's Metroid. It's Metroid.
Yeah, it's just like the game series.
Oh, okay,
it's Metroid.
Fine.
Yeah,
fine.
No, you don't. I'm not letting you get that off.
Oh, okay. So if we're gonna go dead series, all right. Actually, a game that they need to bring back is Left 4 Dead. So
they got Back for Blood though.
That's a different game. It's the
spiritual successor to it.
Spiritual successor?
This is your question and you suck at it.
I had the one game.
Okay,
I didn't
that's
have
fine.
Another game.
That's fine.
I mean, one, if I can just throw it out there, so I never kind of run over time, but like the other one is probably Mega Man. Like one of the last Mega Man game that came out.
One. Yeah, that's a good one.
I think there was one that came out a couple of years ago.
You mean like the 3D one or the 2D one?
Like any Mega Man game.
What about Bomberman?
Or Bomberman, yeah, that hasn't been released in a minute.
Like not the 3D one, but that good old 2D.
Like the original.
Yeah. And then make it online gameplay, because Bomberman was like quick comeuppance. Nintendo has a lot of IPs that they could just dominate, like with online play, but they're not playing into it, and I don't understand why.
They don't need to or want to or both.
Or they might not want the headache.
Servers and yada yada yada. Yeah.
But still, like, if you're this big game company, like, you want to at least see how profitable this would be. Like, people are saying, hey, I want this. So if people want this and you give it to them and it's like, oh, that's not profitable, then you don't have to go that way anymore. Like, right now, if GoldenEye had online multiplayer with trophies, no one would play anything else.
I mean, you would play Metroid and Persona 5 and 4.
Because, you know, you have to play something when you're by yourself. But GoldenEye...
I feel like GoldenEye is more nostalgic than anything. So I don't know if, like, Gen Z will necessarily play GoldenEye. Because it'll be new to them, and it's a whole different
That's a whole nother topic.
Thing.
That's a whole nother topic.
It would be... Yeah, we can make that topic. Because even though it would be new to them, like, when we first played GoldenEye, like... I guess it would have to, like, have updated graphics, maybe, but the simplicity of all you have to do is just go find something that's moving and shoot it.
Yeah, so I feel like if you think about the top shooters right now, in general, like Apex, Halo, Fortnite, like GoldenEye, you can make the argument it's nothing like any of those three games. Like it's just a different. It was a different world back then. I think if they were to like reboot GoldenEye, like they would have to have some type of like either battle royale like mode or like some other type of mode to modernize it. So I feel like right now is more like nostalgic. Like the older millennials or like the Gen Z or Gen X are like the ones who are like really holding on to it. But
in all honesty, right? So it's our generation that's buying games. Because the generations before, they're playing all the free games. Apex is free. Fortnite is free. Most of the battle royale games that they want to play are like, you know, free, or they're, you know, $20-$30. So the people who are going to buy these premium games are the people who have this nostalgic connection to these games. Like, if you come up with a $60 game, like, we'll buy it, but my son's not going to have that game because I'm not buying you a $60 game. Because my mom...
I make the argument that, like, the trend... We're not trending in that direction, though. Like, the trend is, like, free-to-play or, like, Game Pass, pay $15 and get access to all these games. I feel like the world of buying $60 games, $7 game, in 10 years is not going to be here. I feel like that's just not the trend.
You're right. My collection is going to die. But that's why right now I buy steel books for all my favorites. Because, like, you're right. The time of the physical disc is going away. So we're watching the end of an age. We watch CDs and DVDs come in, and we're watching them go out. So
I can't even remember the last physical game I bought.
I like the cartridge. I mean, cartridge is gone after N64.
No, we got cartridges on the Switch.
That doesn't count.
Those are like memory cards.
Yeah, pretty much. But what's crazy is, like, these little memory cards have better graphics than, like, those big, huge. Like, ridiculous.
Oh, man. Had like more memory, like bigger games, better graphics.
Oh, you guys remember? We had to carry around the stupid memory cards in order to save games.
PlayStation.
I lost my memory card. Well, you have to start from scratch. There's nothing you can do about it. It's gone forever.
Gotta let it cloud.
Those are the good old days. You had to be responsible, or you just lost everything. Like, children today they will never understand. Like, if you lost something, like, it's gone. Oh, it's backed up somewhere. No,
It's all about the cloud, man.
man. Damn whippersnappers.
Can we go?
So on that note, we're gonna go ahead and close out. I'm your host, your shyness. Find me on any game system. Your shyness with the underscore, except for on the Xbox. There's no underscores because they don't allow it. Find me on Instagram. Find me on that's just Instagram.
All right.
Bryce, go ahead.
You got me here, Bryce. You can find me at this is Ekyr. This is ECYRB on your favorite console and PC as well as Twitter. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, and Marcus, you can find me on PlayStation because M-.111. I mean, I am on Xbox Live, but I'm not there because again, sad face.
You know what what's crazy is like a lot of the games I play aren't on Nintendo, and I keep hyping up these non-Nintendo games.
Oh yeah,
but it's all right. Viva la JRPG.